Article 1. Human dignity. Human dignity is inviolable. It must be respected and protected.
Article 2. Right to life. 1. Everyone has the right to life. 2. No one shall be condemned to the death penalty or executed.
Article 3. Right to the integrity of the person. 1. Everyone has the right to respect for his or her physical and mental integrity. 2. In the fields of medicine and biology, the following must be respected, in particular, a. The free and informed consent of the person concerned, according to the precepts laid down by law. B. The prohibition of eugenic practices, in particular those aiming at the selection of persons. C. The prohibition on making the human body and its parts as such a source of financial gain. And D. The prohibition of reproductive cloning of human beings.
Article 4. Prohibition of torture and inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. No one should be subjected to torture or to inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment.
Article 5. Prohibition of slavery and forced labor. 1. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. 2. No one shall be required to perform forced or compulsory labor. 3. Trafficking in human being is prohibited.
Article 6. Right to liberty and security. Everyone has the right to liberty and security of person.
Article 7. Respect for privacy and family life. Everyone has the right to respect his or her private and family life, home and communications.
Article 8. Protection of personal data. 1. Everyone has the right to the protection of personal data concerning him or her. 2. Such data must be processed fairly for specified purposes on the basis of the consent of the person concerned or some other legitimate basis laid down by law. Everyone has the right of access to data which has been collected concerning him or her and the right to have it rectified. 3. Compliance with these rules shall be subject to control by an independent authority.
Article 9. Right to marry and right to found a family. The right to marry and the right to found a family shall be guaranteed in accordance with the national laws governing in the exercise of these rights.
Chapter 2. Liberties. Article 10. Freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. 1. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right implies freedom to change religion or belief, as well freedom to express one's religion or belief, individually or collectively, in public or in private, through cults, teaching, practice, and celebration of rites. 2. The right to conscience objection is recognized by the national laws that govern or exercise.
Article 11. Freedom of expression and information. 1. Everyone has the right to freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and receive and impart information and ideas without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers. 2. The freedom and pluralism of the media shall be respected.
Article 12. No one will suffer arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor acts on his honor and reputation. Against such interference or acts, everyone has the right to protection from the law.
Article 13. Freedom of the arts and sciences. The arts and scientific research shall be free of constraint. Academic freedom shall be respected.
Article 14. Right to education. 1. Everyone has the right to education and to have access to vocational and continuing training. 2. This right includes the possibility to receive free compulsory education. 3. The freedom to found educational establishments with due respect for democratic principles and the right of parents to ensure the education and teaching of their children in conformity with their religious, philosophical and pedagogical convictions shall be respected, in accordance with the national laws governing the exercise of such freedom and rights.
Freedom to choose an occupation and right to engage in work. 1. Everyone has the right to engage in work and to pursue a freely chosen or accepted occupation. 2. Every citizen of the Union has the freedom to seek employment, to work, to exercise the right of establishment, and to provide services in any member state. 3. Nationals of third countries who are authorized to work in the territories of the member states are entitled to working conditions equivalent to those of citizens of the Union.
Article 16. The freedom to conduct a business. The freedom to conduct a business in accordance with community laws and national laws and practices is recognized.
Article 17. Right to property. 1. Everyone has the right to own, use, dispose of, and bequeath his or her lawfully acquired possessions. No one may be deprived of his or her possessions, except in the public interest and in the cases and under the conditions provided for by the law, subject to fair compensation being paid in good time for their loss. The use of property may be regulated by law insofar as is necessary for the general interest. 2. Intellectual property shall be protected.
Article 18. The right to asylum. The right to asylum should be guaranteed with due respect for the rules of Geneva Convention on 28 July 1951 and on the Protocol of 31 January 1967 relating to the status of the refugees and in accordance to the Treaty of European Union and the Treaty of the Functioning of European Union.
Article 19. Protection in the event of removal, expulsion or extradition. 1. Collective expulsions are prohibited. 2. No one shall be removed, expelled, or extradited to a state where there is a serious risk that he or she will be subjected to the death penalty, torture, or other inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment.
Article 20. Equality before the law. Everyone is equal before the law.
Article 21. No discrimination. Firstly, any discrimination based on any ground such as sex, race, color, ethnic or social origin, genetic features, language, religion or belief, political or any other opinion, membership of a national minority, property, birth, disability, age, or sexual orientation shall be prohibited. Secondly, within the scope of application of the treaties and without prejudice to any of their specific provisions, any discrimination on grounds of nationality should be prohibited. No one shall be subjected to torture or to inhuman or degrading treatments or punishment.
Article 22. Cultural, religious, and linguistic diversity. The Union shall respect cultural, religious, and linguistic diversity.
Article 23. Equality between women and men. Equality between women and men must be ensured in all areas, including employment, work, and pay. The principle of equality shall not prevent maintenance or adoption of measures providing for specific advantages in favor of the underrepresented sex.
Article 24. The right of the child. 1. Children shall have the right to such protection and care as is necessary for their well-being. They may express their views freely. Such views shall be taken into consideration on matters which concern them in accordance with their age and maturity. 2. In all actions relating to children, whether taken by public authorities or private institutions, the child's best interests must be a primary consideration. 3. Every child shall have the right to maintain on regular basis a personal relationship and direct contact with both his or her parents unless that is contrary to his or her interests.
Article 25. The rights of the elderly. The Union recognizes and respects the rights of the elderly to lead a life of dignity and independence and to participate in social and cultural life.
Article 26. Integration of persons with disabilities. The Union recognizes and respects the right of persons with disabilities to benefit from measures designed to ensure their independence, social and occupational integration, and participation in the life of the community.
Chapter 4 Solidarity. Article 27 Rights to information and consultation of the employees in the company. At the appropriate levels, workers or their representatives must be guaranteed information and consultation in due time, in the cases and under the conditions provided for by community law and national practices.
Article 28. Right of collective bargaining and action. Workers and employers or their respective organizations have, in accordance with community law and national laws and practices, the right to negotiate and conclude collective arguments at the appropriate levels, in case of conflicts of interest, to take collective action to defend their interests, including strike action.
Article 29. 1. The individual has duties to the community, outside of which the free and full development of his personality is not possible. 2. In the exercise of these rights and in the enjoyment of these freedoms, no one is subject to expect to the limitations established by the law with sole aim of promotion to recognition and respect of the rights and freedoms of others and in order to satisfy the sustenance of morals, public order and the well-being in a democratic society. 3. In no case may these rights or freedoms be exercised contrary to the purpose and principles of the United Nations.
Article 30. Protection in the event of unjustified dismissal. Every worker has the right to protection against unjustified dismissal in accordance with union law and national laws and practices.